So if I was to go off of the previews that we got last week, I already had an idea vaguely that we weren't going to get anything too exciting, but for what it's worth, the episode did set up for something that is going to be exciting for next week, which it was actually kind of cool in the way that they did it. I think the way that they kind of set up everything by having the feudal lord of that particular land show up and then him being put under a genjutsu by Victor to perceive his experiments as them trying to do something good, whilst Konohamaru and Mugino are infiltrating as two of the feudal lords, like little bodyguards. I thought that was really cool. They're acting like ninjas. They're using their tools and their jutsus the way that they should be. It was cool. I don't really know what else to say about the episode other than, yeah, we got to see Boruto and Sarada go back to that Mia lady and kind of explain to her what kind of happened with her husband. And yeah, basically he got hit by the Hashirama cell. Basically he was just using it as an experiment, and within the episode we actually see Victor having other people use as experimental pieces, whatever, right? They're used for experiments. Konohamaru even calls them inhuman, which they are. They're forcibly putting the Hashirama cell inside their bodies, and that will eventually kill them. But it looks like some of them are under a type of mind control, because by the end of the episode they're fighting Mugino and Konohamaru. So I can't really determine if they're able to control them and the Hashirama cell didn't kill them somehow. Maybe that they actually have the Hashirama cell itself. They were able to conduct more research and deduced what they could have done to be able to have the Hashirama cell not completely wipe out their motor abilities and completely kill them. I have no idea, but that's not completely far-fetched, I guess. But by the end of the episode, they pretty much are setting up the idea that they're bringing back the Divine Tree. And for people who don't know the Divine Tree, go watch Naruto Shippuden. And they even named the next episode the revival of the Divine Tree. So clearly that's what they're trying to do. Little bits and pieces of what I think they're going to be trying to do with the Divine Tree in particular are a little hazy, because it's been a little while since I've seen Naruto Shippuden. The war arc specifically, because that's where stuff revolving around the Divine Tree was really the most prevalent. And I don't remember if the Divine Tree was able to spew off any kind of fruit, because what they're trying to do with the Divine Tree by bringing it back is that they're trying to grab a whole bunch of people in one location and gain a whole bunch of chakra, so that way the Divine Tree itself can drain all of its chakra. And then what I think they're going to do is that they're going to create the fruit from the Divine Tree, which is just pure condensed chakra, which Kaguya also ate, and she was basically the source of all chakra back in the day when no one really had that. They're obviously going to try to get that in some way, and the way that they're going to do it is they're basically going to sack off the entirety of the Land of Valley so they can get this. And I think little context clues, like Victor saying, the fruits of our labor, kind of hinting at the idea that that's what they're doing. I sort of just mainly like the vibe that you don't really know what's going on, you don't really have an idea of what they're planning to do. Victor kind of giving out the impression that he's already been beaten, even though that's not, obviously a thing that has already happened. We only got a quarter left of the episode. Something is gonna happen, and they have a new track within the episode, which I don't think I've ever heard before, which is why I say it's new. And I thought it was cool. It sounded eerie. It sounded distressing. It really fit the tone with what they were trying to go for towards the end of the episode, and I really liked it. I don't know if it was just me, but for some reason at times the video footage would stutter, and I don't know if it's because of what I'm watching it off of. I don't think it's my PC at all, but it felt like it was stuttering a little bit and it wasn't completely smooth, and I'm not gonna blame the animators for that. I don't know, it felt a little weird to watch it, and the animation wasn't even horrible. It wasn't great, obviously, but it wasn't horrible either. It was completely serviceable, and it was able to hold an episode together and not be disgusting looking. So, I'm not really the type of person to really talk about how good animation looks. That's just me kind of giving a first impression off of what I have already seen, and, it wasn't bad. Characters weren't, looking terrible, which is the main thing, I guess. And that's kind of the episode. They kind of leave off things a little bit ambiguous for people who haven't seen Naruto and Naruto Shippuden and don't really know the context behind the Divine Tree and why that's such an important thing, other than what the show has already kind of spoken about, but not really at the same time. So for people who've only seen Boruto and Naruto Next Generation, you probably have no idea what the fuck's going on, but if you've seen the previous two shows before this, then obviously you have an idea of what they could probably do by bringing back the Divine Tree and why that's such a big fucking deal. And yeah, honestly, that's kind of the whole episode. I don't really have anything else other to say besides that. It was okay. They set up for stuff that's going to be way cooler later on. And kind of seems like this show does that a lot. So that's kind of the episode, and that's going to end off the video. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like. If you aren't, subscribe for more videos just like this. I'll see you guys next one. Have a fantastic day. Yeah, this episode was alright. Yeah. I'll see you guys later. Peace.